What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Mr. Madrid show. Today's episode is a little bit different than any other episode. Usually I'm either in the office, garage studio, interview somebody virtually, or I'm on the couch. Today it was like a spur of the moment thing. My wife was here doing her thing, and I was like, babe, would you like to be on today's episode? So today is episode number 12, titled Grown Up Things. Mrs. Madrid is on the show today. Come here, you. Come here.
Life is life.
Come here. Come here. Today is completely, what do they call it?
Raw.
This is our little guy, Mr. Anthony Jr. We call him Pito. Say hi.
Pito.
Hi.
Say hi.
Where?
Right there. Say
What
hi.
are you doing? Why are you here?
I'm going to give something to eat.
All right, we told you
hurry
we're
up.
going to be recording, so you got to get it out. This is
Life.
like unplugged.
Unplugged. I guess that's a good word.
Well, that's our life. That's our kids. We were talking about being in our mid-30s and the way that our bodies have changed ever since we met, basically, till now.
Yeah.
Because when we met, we were on the go, this, that, the next.
I just took my multivitamins because, God forbid.
Now it's a process. Our bodies have changed, and they're continuing to change. Obviously, you should have a healthy diet, which I don't. You don't. But she's one of these people that she can eat a freaking cow and be fine, thin as can be.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Let's make sure it stays that way, because some people that are like this, they hit the 45 area and
Everybody said that was
They
going to
blow up.
happen when I had kids. Like, you're going to get fat when you have
and then I
kids.
get thin and sexy and all that
I
stuff.
didn't get fat. I didn't get fat when I had kids.
But
I
body
didn't keep
changing.
the weight. And they said, wait till you turn 30. When you turn 30, you're going to blow up.
It's funny because when she was
So that
pregnant, the first time, when you would see her from behind, you couldn't tell she was pregnant. And then all of a sudden she turned around, she had like a whole globe going with her. Like, boom, like, oh shit, she's pregnant. But
Pregnant.
in our bodies changing, there's things that we're going through together. So now, this you can't make this stuff up. I told her earlier, I said, babe, tonight, I want to order some pizza, specifically from a spot near the house, Slamming, which is banging. Like, you put that garlic, put all the stuff that we like.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
So instead of her, she did say, oh, pizza. She's like, oh, but then we're going to get acid reflux.
'Cause you
This
get it
fucking
bad.
acid reflux.
It's a motherfucker.
We wake up in the middle of the night, our chest just burning.
Burning. Like, just, you're like, because
And
it's
then-
hot.
Talk about the throat thing. Don't be nasty. Talk about acid reflux.
I don't know what it is. It feels like it gets so swollen
Yeah, like
that
the
you're
acid-
choking.
the
That, like,
acid
it's almost like
burns.
a pressure's right here. So then when you try to drink something or swallow, you're like,
Yeah, it's horrible.
it's terrible.
It's horrible. So the
So you
acid
want
reflux
pizza?
comes up and it irritates the back of your
The
throat.
shit out of my throat.
So then when you're trying to eat food, when you're just normal, anything flares it up and it's uncomfortable. You feel like you can't breathe.
Yeah, it's just a pressure. It's like somebody's just like holding you there. Like, hey,
So now
you want pizza? You gotta take some Peptid, what's it called?
Pepsid
AC before you eat the pizza. Because if not, the moment you lay down, you're like, oh!
So before it was like, we didn't know how bad it was. So we had like Tums and things like that. Tums is nothing.
But I didn't even know what it was. I was just like,
Bad.
ooh, what is that?
Welcome to the 30s. If you're not at 30, prepare yourself. Translation, prepárate mi hermano porque las cosas se van a poner feas.
Yeah, and it's gonna happen whether you want it to or not.
So yeah, we don't really mess with the pizza situation unless we got Pepsi AC on deck.
Ready
So
to go.
That's where we're at with that. And then, as far as growing up together, we met when she was 22, I was 23.
Yeah.
Now we're approaching our 10th wedding anniversary. 10 years.
Married.
10 years.
Officially
Okay.
married. 10 years.
We honestly don't know anybody within our circle that's been married for 10 years. And no pun intended to anybody. We wish everybody the.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is.
It is what it is. None of you made it this far.
She's like that. She just, you know.
It is what
She's
it
a
is.
Leo,
Except
ladies
for
and
my
gentlemen.
parents, who have been
They put
together
in 50 years.
50 years.
50 years. 50
Other than
big
that,
ones.
I don't know anybody who's made it this far. We're the first ones.
So
So
we're gonna celebrate ourselves. It's an amazing milestone to be together for 10 years married, you know. But her parents are the only ones that I know that have been together this long. And then the thing is, like, I do believe like our spark is still alive. Like, I still get super excited when I see her. Like right now she's still in like pajama gear and I think she's sexier than ever. I'm not gonna say nothing inappropriate. Usually right now I would say something highly inappropriate. She wouldn't like it. But just use your imagination.
or don't.
Or we could,
Or mind your business.
okay. Just to give you guys a snippet. So last year for our 9th anniversary, we went on a cruise, right?
Our first vacation.
Our first vacation by ourselves besides the honeymoon.
Since our honeymoon.
Since the honeymoon, right? So we had a blast and, you know, she got dressed. Oh, went to the Bahamas. It was a 3-day trip. So I'm thinking we're going to get lit. At least one day.
We thought we were going to be
so
like...
we got dressed up. Mind you, the first night we went to sleep like at 7. We just passed out. We went through a mission.
Just...
Long.
We thought we were missing
documents.
paperwork. We weren't. We stayed up till like 4 something in the morning, 5, looking for it, to wake up by 7, to get everything ready to then head to the port.
It was a disaster.
We didn't need it at all.
It was a disaster.
And then on top of that, you were seasick
Oh, yeah.
because we were going through storms, because there was a really bad storm nearby.
I thought we were going to die.
So he got real sick. So he wanted.
We did.
What was it called? I always say the bad drug.
You say dopamine.
I say dopamine.
It's Dramamine.
Dramamine.
But for you guys out there, and I'll
I said
put
that
it
to
in the
people, too.
description.
I said it at the table when we were eating. I was like,
Dopamine.
oh, I think he's
on
dopamine.
Dopamine. Dramamine, they have 2 versions. They have the tablet, which you can take, and you can take a couple throughout the day, and then they have the little patch. The first time we went out there, she got me the tablet, but we were supposed to get the non-drowsy one, and the one I had, right?
It didn't say drowsy, but then it did not say not drowsy. So they told us it makes you drowsy.
She was trying to roofie me in a legal way, and it backfired on her because I was done by 7 o'clock.
Yeah. So by 7:38, we were in the room, and you fell asleep with your clothes on, and I fell asleep in pajamas. I got dressed and I put pajamas. So we thought it was going to be like the first night was going to be like no kids. Woo!
Yeah. We didn't get the drink package because we're not big on drinking. And if you guys are interested in hearing things about the cruise and all that stuff, we'll make a separate video for that. I don't want to get too into it, so we can create more content.
Because we're pros now.
And then we are, so I'll tell you in a second, but just to give you the story. So then the next day, we're like, all right, it's on. We're doing this, that, and the
Slept
third.
it off. We're good.
What did we end up doing? We ended up doing the whole, so I think the next day we were supposed to arrive at Bimini. They changed it, so now we were going to Nassau.
Because of weather.
So we did that. We walked around. It was pretty cool. We got a couple little trinkets for family.
Oh yeah, we got to see the stingray in the water.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Remember, there was somebody in the water that was saying, "Guys, be careful by the seaweed over there because there's a barracuda." So I was like, "Oh shit! Okay, we'll stay away from over there because there's a barracuda." And then when we were in the water, there was this little long cute fish, and it was like silver. And I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. Taking videos of it.
Time out, but she was.
I wanted to
She
like.
was following it.
And I was like, it's so cute, and I wanted to tap it because it just was looking at you, and it was just like that. And the water is beautiful and clear. And then like a week after we got home, it hit me.
We thought it was a swordfish.
I thought it was a baby swordfish.
Yeah, we thought it was a
swordfish. And then I Googled it, and I was like, wait, was that a barracuda? What does a barracuda look like? It was a freaking barracuda.
It was a Bahamian barracuda out to kill us.
It was really cute though.
But
maybe I wasn't following it. Maybe it was following me.
That was a funny part. All right, so fast forward. So the night, was it that night that we watched out, or the following night, the last night?
We got super burned that was the night that we wound up trying to explore the cruise. So we went to like that comedy show, but then it was hurting to get dressed because we were burned.
Oh, okay. So
I couldn't wear.
on day 2,
everything hurt.
we were at the Bahamas, and it was Nassau.
We were in Nassau.
And that sun is no joke. We got burned.
Bad.
So we tried to go out, but we were like a little bit in pain. Like didn't really want to do much. So we ended up doing a chill little night. We went to go see the comedy show, and then we called it a night.
We called it a night.
The next day, we were like, all right, it's on. It's the last night. We're gonna go out. We're gonna get lit. Right?
Yeah, and it was also the night that they said, like, dress up. It's
the final night, so you dress up.
Yeah, you dress
So we got dressed up, went to dinner, did the whole shebang. We ordered drinks, or ordered a drink that we share, because
we shared the drink because
she's not big on drinking, so it makes no sense.
It's expensive as
but I
hell
was
anyway.
trying to get her intoxicated. It didn't work.
Didn't work.
But anyway, so we're like, we leave dinner and we're like, what are we gonna do now? So we're like, all right, let's go see about the club and this, that, and the third. So on the way to go find the club, we noticed that they had an outdoor movie playing.
They called it a dive-in, but they called it they called it the dive-in instead of a drive-in.
The dive-in.
Because it was right by like the pool, and they had a big projector
Stars
TV thing.
out. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So I'm like, I look at her, and I'm like, do you want to chill here for a little bit and watch the movie?
I don't want to go to no club.
So I'm like, let's just chill here for a little bit and feel it out. They were giving out warm blankies.
They gave you little cozy blankets to chill.
So I'm like,
and you would lay on the little beach chairs.
and they had a little. So we laid. She laid down. I got blanket. I got extra blankies. And I went to go get coffee. And that was the end of the night. That's how we got lit. So basically, what we're trying to tell you folks is, the 30s has completely changed us.
That's when it hit you.
Yeah,
Because
I'm like, oh yeah, we had the conversation.
Yeah, because I was watching the movie, and Autumn's a sad movie.
It's a good movie.
So I was watching it, and I'm there like, so sweet. And you were like, I'm like, oh, it's a little cold. Because you got me 2 blankies for my shoulder and then my legs. And then you were like, you want to go get coffee? So you went and brought a coffee, and that's when it hit you. And you were like, we're not that anymore. Yeah. We're not like the partying type.
And I can't say it was a sad moment. It was like,
you were like, this is us now.
This is dope.
And I'm like, this has been us. You were just in denial the whole time. Because if you would have asked me what I wanted to do, I would have wanted to do that.
I don't know what I wanted to do.
And then we had pizza afterwards. That was my favorite.
It just ended up being like a super romantic night with my dear wife. The last day on the ship. It was. We
saw rocket ship go up too.
Yeah, we saw rocket ship. That was.
I swore it was War of the Worlds. I was like, we're gonna die. We're gonna die on this cruise.
But it was
a rocket ship. It's okay.
But it just really let me know. I guess she's been known.
Yes.
That's it. Doesn't mean like every now and then I can't, go.
You can't turn up.
Can't turn up, but with little hookah in the backyard. That's another thing. You guys know how much hookahs are now? That's another reason that proved my age. I tried to go out a couple weeks ago, and I'll go through this real quick. $50 for a hookah. I said, my brother, never again.
Brother,
I was like, oh. But anyway, so that shows us our 30s. So we are going again to a cruise, just me and the wife, to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. And it's going to be amazing because now we're pros in the cruise game. We're cruisers, if you will.
We're cruisers now.
This will be our 3rd cruise because on the 2nd one we took the kids.
Yes. It was a...
And yeah. And as far as the kids, if you guys don't know, now you know. Family life for us is we have 2 kids. We got Emma and Anthony Jr. She's 10. He's 6. We got 2 doggies, Zoe and Bailey. Zoe is 7. Bailey is 1. Bailey is the last child, like that you see in movies that you pay for all the wrongdoing you did your parents.
Yeah.
We got it in the version of a dog. Like she gives me heart palpitations. Instantly.
Immediately, yeah. She's a beagle too, so the way she howls.
They're known for being pains in the ass.
We didn't do our research.
That was my dream dog. I had a family friend who had a beagle, and I've always
We
wanted
did
it since
zero
then.
research. She was just super cute and itty bitty,
Yeah.
and we couldn't resist her, so we got her.
And rest in peace to our little dog Lola, because my wife had mentioned that she felt like we were gonna get another dog. I didn't want no more dogs after
Because Zoe looked lonely.
after Lola, and she was like, Lola's gonna send us a dog, and then she sent us. I don't know if it's a punishment. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
but-
Lola's pissed, because what
Yeah.
the hell? Lola's like, take that. Take that.
But as far as that, no more dogs.
For now.
We are no longer making any more babies. Is that the right terminology? We're done increasing our family.
We're done. Everything is done.
It's a wrap. We're not doing that anymore. And then as far as like Emma's 10, she's going to middle school next year. Anthony's gonna be 7. Emma's gonna be 11 actually, right? When she goes to middle school.
Yeah, she'll be 11.
I'm already
Holy
thinking
shit.
like in a couple years, we gotta get ready to buy her a car and all this stuff.
That's funny. I was talking to her about that because when we went to the middle school, just like to see it so she could choose her electives and stuff. I was telling her on the drive there, I was like, pretty soon you're gonna be driving yourself to school and picking up your brother.
Yeah.
She was already giving me shit about it. She was like,
Yo,
I have to pick him up, or
they're
I have
like-
to drive him around. I was like, yes, you're gonna have to drive.
They're like twins. She's in denial that our daughter is like spitting image. They act the same, and it's fun to watch them.
And we're both Leos.
And they're both
so
Leos.
We
It's
like
amazing.
each other, but
It's
we
amazing.
hate each other more sometimes.
So, so with that said, like,
Yeah, she was mad. She was like, I'm not driving him around. I was like, well then, you're like, I was so,
so you're not getting a car.
I was so confused. I was like,
We're gonna get her one of those little electric scooters. If Tesla puts out a scooter, we're gonna get her one of those because she's like just being a little bit bougie. She's asking for Jordans now.
yeah, like what the hell?
It's about Jordans.
I mean, I've seen worse kids, I guess, where they're like, I want Lululemon. She did want a she wanted a Yeti. She didn't want a Stanley.
She loves that Stanley.
But
though.
she loves that Stanley because she sees all her friends were like walking around with their
Well,
big
you,
ass.
you too.
Yeah, but her
Your
friends
Stanley.
have it.
So,
But anyway, that was a
Anyway,
long time ago.
so-
The girls, fine, I guess.
and then as far as like our social life, like having friends and things like that,
We don't have one.
we don't have it. We've tried, and it just things don't align. Things happen. No shots
People
at
happen.
anybody.
People happen. People will be people.
And then at the same time, the friends that we had when we were younger, we had our daughter when we were 26. So at that point, it was still
I was 24 when I had him.
24.
I turned 25. That
You guys
2
get what
weeks
I'm
later.
saying? We were 20, she was 24, I was 25.
Yeah, we were in our mid 20s and everybody was still living it up, and
Yeah.
we were at home with a newborn.
So we kind of disconnected because of that, you know, rightfully so, because it's like, you know, having a baby and dealing like,
Yeah, because you can't go to, like, remember that one time you told me, like, oh, we could go to the bar, and I was like, what do I look like at a bar pregnant?
yeah.
And you were like, you don't have to drink. I was like, I'm not going to drink,
Mm-hmm.
but you're pregnant at a bar, like, priority.
Yeah, priorities changed, your circles changed, and we really, I think it made our relationship a little bit tighter because we no longer had a circle of friends and
just
things
us.
like that, and it was just us, and it allowed us to grow a little bit more. And circles changed, things weren't the same, and it is
want
what
white.
it is. Now we're in our mid 30s, and I guess we were a little bit more reserved than we ever were before. Also, like our obligations and our responsibilities change. Like when you talk about finances and things like that, like I wanted to shoot the episode today, like here. I didn't want to do it where I regularly do it, and I wanted to do it with my wife because I think she's funnier than you guys think or know.
That's right.
And she is my best friend at the same time.
That's right. Yeah, baby.
But if you guys can see, she's doing her nails. So financially,
I'm preparing my nails.
it's a way that we save a lot of money because before, like I used to love paying for her nails, or she used to go get her nails done on her own. But it was always like, it used to be like $50 when we lived in New York. I had my
It was like
lady
$40
in
to
the
do my
Heights.
nails. $40.
She used to go in.
Yeah.
Then when we moved down, like fast forward, now it's like $80. One time I think it was Mother's Day, and I took her to get her nails. manicure, pedicure. It was $140.
And he did a terrible job.
$140.
It was so bad. My nails were. I didn't want to talk about it.
I got you this, right?
Yeah, you got me this during COVID.
Yeah, I got her the whole setup because she wanted to do her own nail. She wanted to, and she's fabulous at it. She does her own manicure, pedicure. Save money there.
Look, that'd be cute,
she does it as often as she wants.
I do it with should I do white?
Show the people what you're about to do.
I can't.
It's like a little bow, right?
Yeah, a little bow.
That she puts, but she doesn't pay for that anymore. So we save money on that, and
there's a little teddy bear in here. Teddy bear's a little ridiculous.
She's a little DIY queen. So a lot of stuff, like when we first, not to get too deep into that conversation, when we first moved to Florida, things were tight, ladies and gentlemen. Finances were, it was rough. We didn't have a house. We were renting. She was making everything by hand. Like I'm talking about Christmas decorations that we still have. Dollar Tree was it. She was making everything. And then we're very blessed now. I'm very thankful to God. All praises to the Most High, baby.
Well, he do it.
And he don't play about us.
No, he doesn't. So watch your back.
Yeah, watch what kind of vibes you're sending this way.
Because they'll go right back.
Man upstairs don't play. But yeah, she's always been like into DIYs, and it came in clutch when we moved down here because things were rough. I didn't even know how rough it was.
We couldn't afford Christmas decor. I mean, could we have? No, we really couldn't.
We're gonna put it out there because it's a journey in itself, and maybe you guys are interested in this. But like once we got over that hump, and I think we were already maybe like a couple weeks into living here. I was reminiscing, and I asked my wife, I'm like, we didn't have it that bad when we got down here, and she's like, no, we did.
We had it bad.
We had it pretty bad.
Anthony was a baby. He wasn't. He wasn't a year, or he was about to turn. He
wasn't a year old yet.
He was about to turn a year, so we were able to. And then Emma was in kindergarten, so she wasn't eating like a grown.
We only had one car. That's crazy.
We only had the one car.
I know that sounds like, oh my God, you only had one car. My God, what do I do?
You worked from the.
Yeah, it was full time.
Crappy because you worked from the office full time. And I had to bring the kids to school, and I couldn't walk.
It was crazy. We moved down from New York City in like a 2 week turnaround. We came down here on vacation, and we were like, let's move. We'll save the story for a different time. I don't want to get too far into it, but
yeah,
like overall, like it's been such a pleasure, and I guess this is coming to like a thank you moment for you being so awesome.
Me?
An awesome partner. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
One thing that I would say, like. A trait that she has that I always talk about this is she has never stressed me out about money. Like obviously there's that holy shit moment, but following after that when she sees that I'm like stressed myself and I'm trying to figure things out, and I have the personality that I get real quiet and calm when I'm about to lose my shit.
Oh yeah.
So I get real calm until I figure the next move out, and then she like puts like an extra battery in my back, and she's like, "We'll figure it out, babe. We always do."
We always do.
And that's all I need. That's almost like her giving me the sword to go out and battle this war. And I'm super thankful for having you as my wife, and I'm so excited to be celebrating 10 years with you, married. We're gonna have 13 years together.
Take notes, kids.
Which is pretty dope. But yeah, I mean, we wanted to talk to you guys about growing up together, growing up through our 20s and into our 30s.
Yeah.
Soon enough, we'll be in our.
Don't say it.
40s.
Oh. Acid reflux.
And then going through the acid reflux situation, having kids. One thing that was dope about having kids at an earlier age is now when we do get into our 40, like probably a little bit less than our mid-40s, maybe mid-40s, our kids will be grown up.
They're already independent.
Yeah, we just don't leave them alone just yet. But
yeah, we don't leave them alone, but they could be in their rooms playing, and we're not worried that they're gonna, do something crazy. They're just chilling.
One piece of advice that I'll leave you guys off with, and this is unsolicited advice, is everybody talks about being a ride or die till it's time to ride or die.
Get the shooting, bitch.
Make sure you guys pick a good partner. Make sure that you guys
There it is.
are equally yoked. That's something that they use in church a lot. I'm not trying to say that we have the perfect situation. Lord knows that I am a handful. You know what I'm saying? But
Lord
yeah, just
mercy.
make sure you find yourself somebody who's worth fighting for, and who's gonna fight for you and gonna fight with you when it comes to you battling everything that comes with you trying to pursue your dreams. So with that, we say thank you for tuning in. This is episode number 12. Thank you for being my special guest today and for being my wife. I love you to death.
You're welcome.
And peace out, folks.
Peace out. It's out there.
You want to look at the camera and like look at the people in their eyes?
Oh. Peace out. It's out there.
We did it, Dad.
We did it.
All right, get out of my face.
You get out of my face.